Hey guys, we're back with some more NBA action, and this week, obviously, we're going with the Celtics, and we're going, of course, with our first game against the Miami Heat. Get hyped, son. Of course, it's going to be the Miami Heat. It's always the Miami Heat for some reason. I don't know if they shuffle the schedule here in the association, but we seem to get the Miami Heat, and that's actually a fantastic draw for us because, of course, you get the big three of Miami against our big three. Well, not really our big three anymore, I guess. Can't really call it a big three, but the stats are broken, by the way. That's not accurate. I don't know where they pull the stats, but I've been having some issues with 2K stats, actually. They're never accurate. I mean, they're always junked up. I don't know why. Like, I don't think Rondo would win an MVP with those kind of stats, by the way. They're not working properly. Of course, Nerlens Noel stats are obviously correct because what other choices he have? He hasn't started an NBA game yet. This is actually his first NBA game. We're putting him at the power forward. Why? Because we don't want basically any post-up situations against LeBron and KG. Actually, post-ups would be okay, but you know LeBron's probably just gonna outspeed KG, gonna run around the court, and KG's gonna get tired, won't have enough legs for the fourth quarter. We want KG and Paul Pierce in the fourth quarter, and now we have a new strategy. Of course, we're not gonna play them 40 minutes or 30 minutes, 35 minutes like we did before. We're gonna play them hopefully around 20 or so minutes because we want to make sure that their legs are fresh for the playoffs and especially for the fourth quarter. And I don't know why I actually cut off in the tip-off there. I don't know why. I can't even remember who won the tip-off, but anyway, so they got a few cheesy threes to start off the game here, and that's usually what the Heat do. And again, what I said was I didn't want any LeBron versus KG chasing around the court thing happening, which LeBron is very fast player, very versatile, very athletic, obviously athletic beast actually, and Rondo actually was hot for the first half the game, but we'll talk about that later. And see, this is the situation I didn't want to happen. This is why I didn't want KG on LeBron. I didn't want any chase down things to happen, and you know KG will go after that, and it's okay if Nerlens Noel misses a block there because really, I mean, it's kind of hard to stop LeBron, let's be honest. Not many people can stop LeBron either way, so we want to make sure that at least there's going to be some defensive effort there. And Nerlens Noel is a very good defensive player, a bit raw on the offensive end, but you know, it's a very good defensive player, has a defensive angler signature skill, which is fantastic. So we definitely have a very, very good defensive team along with KG. Nerlens Noel down low means just fantastic. Not to mention Drummond and Sullinger. We have a great front line, and that's actually saying a lot because we are the Boston Celtics. And even in real life now, the Boston Celtics actually have a very good front line. And of course, there's going to be that trade. And look at that, Paul George, just a standing block. That's how tall. Look at that athleticism. Not really athleticism. Look at that height. Bam! Look at that. Now look at that athleticism. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that Drummond, coast to coast, from the free throw line. Not really coast to coast. I'm eating my words here for some reason. Anyway, the reason I'm kind of off right now is because it's very early in the morning. I've been watching EVO. Basically, EVO is a fighting game tournament. It's basically I was watching Super Smash Bros. Melee, and it was just fantastic. Just so much hype there. And anyway, if we have to put my kid Gilchrist on LeBron, he was hot. He was like 30 points I think in the first half. That was insane. So you had to go with the Paul Pierce. And Paul Pierce can just score quickly, and look at that post-up situation. You can't stop Paul George. Look how big he is versus Dwayne Wade. That post situation is hopeless for Dwayne Wade. And again, talking about EVO, it was a great tournament, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm so hyped right now. I'm just so pumped up, and boom, that's what makes me pumped too. And that actually is fantastic for this game because a lot of great things happened in this game. Look at that poster slam against LeBron James. James Harden throwing it down. He actually had an off game this game actually. He was scoring actually lower than 15 points I believe, but that's okay. LeBron James still gets dunked on hard by James Harden. James Harden has all the intangibles, so it's okay if he misses a few shots. He still can dish, rebound, and all that good stuff. Anyway, so watching a great EVO tournament, and it's actually very early in the morning right now because I watched the whole thing, the whole Super Smash Melee, and it's actually have to lower my voice a bit because I might wake people up. Obviously, it's very early in the morning. And of course, number one thing we have to prioritize with this team is, first of all, we want efficient shooting. Carmouche picked 27th, I believe, 27th or 23rd, something. I can't even remember what our draft pick was, but of course you're gonna go head-to-head with us though, face-to-face, head-to-head with those 3-point shots. You know, we gotta go offensive fire. going down hard. Look at that, Nerlens Noel! Show them the offense, young fella, which he doesn't have much offensive skills so far, but he's still very raw, and we definitely want to develop him. And we want to definitely categorize ourselves as a defensive team with efficient shooting, and that's why we have our veterans and our rookies. We just want to make sure that they're defensive minded. Well, not all of our, obviously not all of our players are defensive minded, but most of them are. If you can see MKG defensive minded, Nerlens Noel defensive minded, Kevin Garnett defensive minded, and we just have a great front line for defense, and even Paul George, a great defensive player. And now we're going to the halftime report. I cut off some parts here because the video would be way too long, but more on that later.
They've been making smart passes, protecting their possessions. Fundamental basketball is a beautiful thing to watch. LeBron's been going at it effortlessly against the Celtics defense. Consistent shooting from the field, making well over 65% of his shots. Not a lot of guys put up a half a basketball like that. And no shortage of desire from the Celtics side of things. The NBA pecking order still being determined. They're looking to get over 500 and to stay there. Paul George really playing effortlessly. After 2, he's got 10 points and has also rebounded well, 6 boards. A look now at some games slated for late.
So I had to cut up some parts of the halftime report here because I didn't want it to be too long. Like, some of my videos are too long, and that's one of the things I've been trying to do. I want us to have great videos that are very concise in length. And look at that, Paul George, the 3, just can hit those mid-range, the 3s and everything. Just a fantastic shooter. And we want to develop that as well, but I want to keep the videos quite short, quite concise. I don't want to go like 20-15 minute videos. I want to keep it like 10 minutes in length at least, or around 10 minutes in length. And we actually got that. And we tried to go for the LeBron James alley-oop dunk like we did in the Trailblazers Association, but nice dunk there by MKG. But of course, not everybody can do what LeBron does, but still a great try. Look at that from the 3-point line. MKG throws it down. MKG, even though he's a defensive-minded player, can still throw it down. So it gets great looks at the basket. And James Harden goes straight to the basket. But we want to make sure our videos are short enough. And wow, I'm trying to go and talk about some other things here, but our player is just not letting me talk at all, just throwing things down left and right. But I want to make sure the videos aren't too long, because I don't think anybody's gonna watch that if it's too long. So no, I'm sure people, I hope you guys still will watch even though it's long. I hope people you appreciate the long ones. And Carmouche, 3-point shooter. I want to develop Ray Allen, of course. Hopefully he doesn't leave for Miami, but anyway. So I want to make sure the videos aren't too long, because I hope people finish the video, because especially games like these are great games, especially to the end. It goes wire to wire and just fantastic. And alley-oop city, alley-oops here, alley-oops there. A lot of blocks. Great game actually overall, especially going down to the wire. It's very close, you can see. And now we're gonna go Paul George, going straight to the rim. Fouled, and he draws a foul. And that's one of the great things about Paul George. He's so big, so athletic. When you go to the rim with Paul George, it's either a foul or an end one. That's just how good Paul George is. He gets a few misses there, here and there, but you know, he just nails it. He's just a great player offensively, especially if you can nail down the timing and the moves that you need to use on him, which is fantastic. And Rondo was off this game. He's shooting like 4 of 17 or something weird like that, but either way, we're going good. And I actually did not record for some reason the stats in this game. I don't know why. Boom! George was hot from 3 though. I don't know why I didn't record the stats. And look at that, Paul Pierce! Look at that insane layup. Look at that alley-oop. No, not alley-oop, sorry. Again, I'm kind of not in focus right now, but look at that nice Euro step. So, anyway, James Harden, dunk! Good, and 1. And here, honestly, I thought it was over. I thought Miami had no chance to get back in the game. 5-point lead, and I thought Miami had no chance. But apparently they did, after that miss by James Harden. And this is going to start a crazy sequence. First of all, Chalmers miss. Goes to Chris Bosh, miss. And now I thought they were going to start fouling, actually. But 5-point game. And we're going to try to extend our lead. I thought it was over here, but let me spoil it for you. It's not over. Even though Garnett gets this free throws, and I actually did not record stats. I'll just tell you the few stats that really stood out later, the important stats after the game. But Anyway, back to this is a very tight game. I love this end part here. It's just crazy all around. KG misses one of 2 free throws. That usually doesn't happen. KG's usually a great free throw shooter. But LeBron James, you know it's Hall of Fame. You know they're gonna start cheesing. He gets the end one, 3 points, and they're gonna cut the lead down 2-4, and stuff like that happens. And if you didn't see that, Shane Battier gets the 3, bang, and that just lowers the game to a 1-point game and almost a turnover. Paul Pierce, you know we're gonna give it to Paul the Truth Pierce. He's just gonna go for it. Paul Pierce, look at that nice alley-oop and a nice layup, whatever you call that there, floater, whatever that was just crazy. And Paul Pierce, he's clutch, he's got that. Now George's gonna get the ball. He's just gonna hold it. 5 seconds left. And Paul George, he just wanted to throw something up here. Look at that clutch 3, gets the space off of Bosh, bang! Bang, 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 bang. We're shooting. He's on fire from 3, 6-point game. I thought it was over. And then Paul George hits that 3. And I thought it was over after Paul George just hit that 3, but apparently not. Crazy stuff happened after that. Dwayne Wade gonna start cheesing. And I thought that was actually gonna hit. I honestly thought that was gonna be an and one. It's a bit scary there, but you know, I thought it was safe. 7.3 seconds left, 6-point game. What could they possibly do, right? What could they possibly do? Hits that one. Okay, now I thought here, what could they possibly do? And try to pass off to Rondo. And usually we do that passes with Jose Calderon, and that happens okay. So, okay, let's be more conservative here. Let's pass it. Let's just pass it the next time. And they got that easy layup there. And that was quick. 2-point game. 2-point game, right? And now we just thought, let's be conservative. Let's pass to Harden. And it misses. Why did he throw it out of bounds? I thought I was going to be conservative enough. I mean, Calderon gets those easy enough, and that misses also. How did he miss that pass? And now it's just tie ball game. That is insane. How did that happen? It's like, how the hell did that happen? And that's just insane ball game right now. But you know who we're going to give it to? You know, Paul George. He don't get that signature skill, but he's clutch. Bang, bang, bang. 3-point game. It's over. And one of the things I hate in 2K, and I want in 2K14, I want celebrations. I mean, look at that, they're just walking off court, no celebrations. I mean, if Paul George hit that shot, they're going to try to defend that last Hail Mary, but at least they're going to celebrate. Now they're just not even celebrating. They're just standing around. Look at that, I want celebrations in 2K14. And obviously, the big elephant in the room is the trade that happened between the Brooklyn Nets and my Boston Celtics, our Boston Celtics, of course, and I'll discuss that later on in another video. I just wanted to cool down, didn't want to be emotional, start crying, but anyway, now we know the trade has been finalized. I'll talk about it later on. Paul George, insane game. Had a great game. Not as insane as LeBron James's game. LeBron had 49 points. That is crazy. Paul George still had a great game, and Rondo was off. He's like 4 of 17 or something from the field. He was off. He still got 19 assists. A usual Rondo-ish game from him. And of course, you had Nerlens Noel played almost the whole game, played like 36 minutes or something. 36, 39 minutes, something crazy like that. Actually got almost a triple-double. 6 assists. He got 8 rebounds and 9 points. And of course, 11 rebounds there from Paul George. That's a key stat, and he has a lot. Of course, he gets a bunch of points. We put him in a superstar shooter / scorer mode, and he usually delivers. So anyway, so just a question of the day for you guys. I'm not even sure if any of you are still, if any of you will actually comment, but I hope you do. So here's a question. Now, Jared Bayless is actually still worth a lot, and he's worth $0. Literally, that's actually a roster glitch. He's worth $0, so it's going to be very tradable. So I'm hoping to trade Jared Bayless and a few other guys just to get, you know, we have a lot of depth, and I want to just improve on that. I want to get better players. So just key things for you guys, just a question for you guys to answer in the comment section below. Who do you want to come to our Boston Celtics squad? Who do you want here? Hopefully it will be a young athletic player who can play great defense, but I mean, just post in the comments below whoever you want. We'll just see what happens and just post your suggestions below. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, guys. See you guys. Bye.